This is Josiah Plays Bound by Flame. Playing a little more Bound by Flame here. The character's name is Seraphina. Same character name as Pillars of Eternity. She's level 9. We're not very far into the game though. We're early on in like chapter 1 of the game. We've gone through the prologue. So, load this up. Character's a member of the Freeborn Blades, which is a mercenary group. And basically, we're trying to defeat the Ice Lords. Ice Lord. Okay, let's see. My character got the side of her head shaved. Didn't give a fuck. She got sick of shaving at that point, didn't bother to do the other side. Oh yeah, I just came into this part of town. And I'm searching around for, as usual, things I can steal. And people I can talk to. And the like. We're in this town, Valvanor, which is in the middle of a swamp. And it's a pretty shitty swamp as well. Mirana. She's like the person that runs the healing house, I think they said.
My goodness, let's see. You're not pissing blood, you're not vomiting your guts out. Both legs are in place and they seem to be holding you upright. Congratulations. It looks like you'll pull through. And now you'll excuse me, but I have other miracles to accomplish, and not much time to devote to people in your condition.
But...
I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'd like to speak with you.
Are you wounded? No. Are you a refugee dying of starvation?
Hey, I'm a mercenary. We're always hungry.
Why don't you go roast a Chris alien and come back and see me when you're twisted in pain?
Alright then. Not to be rude about it. I guess Mirana does not want to talk to us right now. Which is a wee bit rude. Mirana is Valvanor's healer and runs the dispensary. Ooh, I'm almost level 10. The widow of an elf doctor who was also her teacher. On his death, she continued his work, caring for wounded or sick refugees. Sometimes she violently disagrees with the steward, who wants to restrict refugee access to the dispensary. Everything we've heard about this steward so far gives me the feeling that he's kind of a douche. Alright, nobody else here I can talk to. How do I sprint? Oh yeah, like this. What's over here? Oh, I hear something. I hear the telltale sound of loot. I kick the crap out of this stump until it coughs up its gold and raw metal. Hey, Mason.
Yeah, who are you? One of them fucking mercenaries, right?
Fucking mercenary, yeah. Sounds about right.
You know what I call your lot? Ore blades. And I got no time for ores.
Motherfucker, you know what I call your lot? Dudes whose head is bouncing along the ground. Call me a whoreblade again. I dare you. Although, actually, in this game, I don't think you can attack anybody you want. You can't just randomly attack people in town, so... Not like Pillars of Eternity or Skyrim or Fallout. Let's see. Criticizing my ethics, you sack of shit.
Maybe if you were to do something about your bad breath, the whores would let you get close to them, you know? I'm just saying.
She's just saying.
Fuck yourself, ore blade.
Oh, I'm killing this dude. Can I kill him? No? Fine. You're lucky. You're lucky the game mechanics save your life, sir. He's an important character, though, isn't he? Mason. The leader of the Valvanor Guard. I don't know how I know all this shit, but I just do, I guess. Tough and thick-headed, he is hardly friendly, and his troops are a model of incompetence. Nonetheless, by helping him out a bit, you may be able to gain his respect, and more importantly, ensure that the guard knows what to do in the event of an attack. Okay. I don't actually have any mission to talk to this guy.
Again? I thought I made myself clear. I got no money to employ you. Now fuck off.
What the fuck is he wearing on his, like, on his right arm and the right side of his torso? It looks like Dragonbone stuff from Skyrim. But he's only got it on part of his... Like, I didn't have enough dragon bones to make a full torso thing, so... I just thought I'd go with this, and maybe people would think I was trying to do, like, a gladiator thing? I don't know. Okay. Now that we're over here... What can I find? I hear the sound of stuff. Yeah! I kicked the crap out of that barrel. Nice. Still hear the sound of stuff. Up here. Ooh, Elvin Greaves, what's this? So my mercenary's boots. Pretty plain looking. Elvin Greaves look much fancier and spiky. I wouldn't have expected that from Elvin. See, this is 1% armor, 4% poison resist. This is 2% armor, 4 magic resist, no poison. Okay. I guess that's technically better. Can I upgrade these somehow? Craft. Put knee pads on them. Physical resistance or interruption resist. I need one refined metal to be able to do that. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't even look at what these look like. Oh, those look so much better. I should get interruption resist. Need to make a steel though. Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm saving up 3 points for... Wait, am I saving up 3 points? For Snooper. Better chance of finding items. Anonymous, how you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you. What's going on? Don't make fun of mannequins. They're cool. Don't make fun of what? What did I make fun of? I'm confused here. Oh yeah. Okay. So if I want to craft up those, what is the problem here? Okay. First of all, it means I can recycle these since I'm gonna wear these other ones. Get some raw metal and leather. I got some raw metal and leather. Then I need to make 1 steel. How do I make a steel? Wow, I need a lot of refined metal for that. I don't like the amount of stuff I'll have to use to, just to put those very questionable knee pads on there. Maybe I won't right now. Maybe I'll just leave them uncrafted till I get some better stuff. Armor sleeves. Don't really care, but I had to start the conversation somehow. Oh. Well, yeah, like the one armor sleeve is like a total gladiator thing. Like one of the types of styles of old gladiator armor used to just have like one shoulder and arm would be armored. And the rest of the torso would not be. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to craft anything on this armor yet until I get something better or have more materials or something, because I'll probably replace these things pretty quickly. I don't know about these, but yeah. I'm going to hold off on that. Alright, let's go. I still hear the sound of loot. Go to former inn. Wait. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nice stuff. How am I doing on... I guess I have plenty of traps and crossbow bolts and potions and stuff. Actually, wait. Sybil, do you mind not getting all up in my way every 5 seconds? Hey, Jervis. Wait, didn't I come and talk to Jervis already? I did. That's right, and I talked to this guy, this elf blacksmith guy who's an asshole. Whose name looks kind of like asshole. He puts the ass in assail.
I need more info about Valvanor.
And you have decided...
Yeah, we've been through this. That's right, he calls everybody cretins.
What can you tell me?
Oh, don't expect me to say anything back.
That's right, we've
And the
been
Red
through these
Scribe.
conversations.
No, certainly.
Our game?
Oh yeah, and Sybil gets all pissy with him because...
I don't... But the more the...
When it comes to disgusting discourse, you seem to be something of an expert.
Yeah, Sybil talks some shit to him. Okay, that's cool.
Let's talk about something.
Let's talk about what you have.
Show me what you have for...
So, he has an axe and a sword and a hammer, which I don't care about. I don't want any of those. I already bought his daggers. That's the ones I've got on right now. Oh, he's got some other elven stuff. Swordsman's boots. Oh, I think these are even better than the elven ones I just found. Legionary's gauntlets. Those are quite a bit better. Never heard about Bound by Flame. Is it yet another sandbox-ish fantasy action RPG? Yeah, basically. It's actually not very sandbox-ish at all, as far as I can tell. It's really not like an open world game. There's probably pretty limited areas that you can go around in at any given time. Elven Helm is... Yeah, I'm not buying any of this. I can't even afford this even if I did want to buy it, so... Steel costs 200 to buy one of them? Jeez. Okay. What if I want to sell it? I can only sell it for 50. Sell tainted bones for a lot, though. And tainted leather. This guy likes his taint. This guy likes his taint. I just said that. Okay. That leads back out to the front part of the village. Oh yeah, I've been over here. So, I think it's just time for me to go into the... that goes into the village hall. Okay. What's this? Nobody. Loot! I have no idea why, like, every stump and barrel around here. It's just, like such a standard RPG thing, like... Why do people keep all these valuables in all these weird, random, open places around town where anybody could take them? He likes it dirty. Yeah, he likes it tainted. I see those gravestones are actually pretty cool looking. They've got some... Oh, I've got my light on already. Wait, did it come on automatically when I ran back in the shadows here, or did I just have it on all this time? Let's see. Alright, no, it didn't come on automatically. I think I've just had the light on all the time. Alright, what's this? The stocks. That sounds like a place that will have stuff. I like stocks. Oh, I hear stuff. Ooh, all kinds of stuff in there. Including a weapon of some sort. Probably a hammer from what I saw of the icon. What do I get? Traps and potions and crossbow bolts are building up. Stunner. Oh yeah, it's a big... Is it like a giant ball on a stick? It's a crazy hammer. And it's got a spiky spike on the end. Well, it does more damage than the default sword, but it's super slow. I'm not using that. I mean, I don't use the sword anyway. I just use my dagger, so I'm going to recycle it. And get some raw metal, refined metal, and leather out of it. Only got 2 refined, but that's okay. I'm pretty much going to recycle everything. I'm a recycler. I'm a green adventurer. Earth conscious, you know.
The swamp is our best defense. Happily, the wildlife are just as keen on attacking the deadwalkers as they are the villagers. But the situation here in Valvanor grows worse daily. And each new wave of refugees increases the risk of drawing unwanted attention to this jungle.
What the fuck's up with this guy's hair?
No scouts who find this village will ever escape to tell the tale. That I can assure you. Also, my men are reinforcing your defenses. Forgive me for saying, but you have some serious weak points. Especially the defenses around that refugee camp of yours.
The arrival of the Freeborn Blades and the Red Scribes has greatly improved our chances of survival, Captain. Believe me when I say that we are most grateful to have you with us.
I'm gonna let you all die.
Needless to say, your men and the Red Scribes are welcome and free to go where
My character looks pretty badass.
But as for any other newcomers, our gates are closed. You must understand that our food stores are as limited as our abilities to defend our village. Until you arrived, we had but one person who was even vaguely capable of treating our injured. And the case of Prince Orendil was completely beyond her skills. And there is this beast story.
But really,
another fairy
what's
tale,
going on with his
fruit
hair
of
on
an
the side?
alcohol-addled brain. Nonetheless, several of the watch have gone missing. Something hidden in these swamps is causing these disappearances, but we cannot risk sacrificing any more of the few men remaining to us on sending patrols. Large groups entail moving chrysalids that are unmanageable. The others, quite simply, do not return.
Silence.
If
Oh
I
yeah,
were to
I'm
listen to
demon
everyone,
possessed.
I would need 10 times the number of men I have to verify the truth of every tale.
Enough! You must aid me to do this. I am not able to do that. Your endless wailings are unbearable.
Demon's not very nice.
In the name of Vulcan? But by the gods, man, what is...
This world is condemned. The cold hath invaded its ground, its souls, and its heart. Yet here you stand, waving your limbs like fish taken from the water.
Fish don't have limbs?
Shuffling about,
Stupid demon.
the illusion of warmth and life, and not feel the passing of your last breath, while I must endure your wailings and lamentations.
Vulcan!
Yeah, lamentations is a good word.
It is not she who speaks.
All doth fall to ruin about you. Yet
Christ,
you
this
still
demon thinks
bewail
he's in a
your
Shakespeare play.
misspellings and vomitings. You cannot vanquish your dead walkers. No more than you can vanquish their necromancer masters. They draw their power from the very heart of the world. They drink it. They suckle it dry. Your only chance to cleanse what your own hath corrupted is to go to the world heart and liberate it from its servitude.
Yeah, I trust this demon so
Heart is
much.
a myth, a forgotten fairy tale, no more real than dragons or dwarves.
A myth. Continue hiding behind thy puny barricades, and thou wilt soon join thy myths and fairy tales.
Alright, can possession time be over now? Demon, you said enough. Will you thou dost get the fuck up out of my shit right now? Thanks.
Cease your pretense. I know you have returned to consciousness.
What the hell happened? I was just listening to the steward blabbing away with the captain, and then...
And then you lost control.
I don't know. It's like something in my head zapped me so it could use my mouth. But I was still there. Still thinking what I was saying.
This is not the first time you have felt this presence manifest itself.
No. It's been there since the temple. It's also in my dreams, I think.
Interesting. It would seem that your body is host to some other entity.
You think?
And it is clearly a spirit of fire.
Well, it gives me powers, so...
I've got a demon in my head.
Can't really complain.
In truth, I could not say what it is. Not yet, at least.
Don't make me laugh. After all, it's you and your disciples that let this thing out of its cage, right?
That has nothing to do with it.
No, it pretty much has everything to do with it.
Do you have any idea of the implications of this incident?
You literally did this, Aeolus. With your stupid ritual. Hey! Witch named Morwen is here. Anonymous and a Mitrian Mormon are having a very pink conversation. Young female-oriented vampire, yes. Twilight references, classic. Quantity, not quantity, not quality. I just go for quantity and not quality, so we're opposites there. Apparently fins are not limbs. I'm quite shocked. Yeah, you're waving your limbs like a fish? Has this demon ever even seen a fish? I feel like this demon just, like, learned all of her English from some, like, really old, archaic dictionary, and she doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about. That's why she's using thou and doth and everything, because she thinks it's cool. She doesn't realize that shit's gone out of style. And she doesn't even know what a fish actually is. She just read about one in her stupid old demon Shakespeare. Anyway. No big deal. It's no big deal. I'm just demon possessed. What? These things happen. Don't trip. Everyone's gonna be afraid of me.
All of which means you better not piss me off. Client or no client.
Obviously, you haven't understood. The thing that is inside you, it wishes you ill. There is not enough space inside you for two souls. That demon wants your body. It will control you more and more until it has replaced you completely.
The demon's not the only one who wants my body, old man.
The body of a mortal? I am a prisoner here. My place is in the world heart.
It will not hesitate to lie to you, to tell you that which you wish to hear, so that you will allow it to consume you.
I never asked for this cage. I never asked to be forced to hear thy every thought. It is I who have been invaded.
Alright, calm down, Adam Jensen.
To you? Do not listen to it. Cast it from you. If you do not resist, it will crush your soul.
I got this,
hey,
Aeolus.
take it easy. One at a time, huh? I'm gonna go take a walk.
I need to kill some shit. Oh, I leveled up. Apparently. Demon going off and having a fucking monologue and then having to listen to this old dude Deckard Cain me for 20 minutes. Apparently that was worth a lot of XP. Alright. Boom. Let's spend some points. I got 3 points now. I can finally get Snooper. 40% more chance of finding items on enemies. Give it to me. And let's see. I'm still putting all my points in the Ranger tree. Ranger is this game's word for rogue. Because this is totally rogue shit. It's not Ranger anything. You don't have a bow. There ain't no fucking pets. This is all rogue stuff. Stealth and killing people with daggers. Let's see. I like this one. Get extra experience from killing enemies from surprise. Like that. And... let's see. Critical hit of assault. Extra hit on a repost. Yeah. I like this. I like this. Rancor. Alright, so I've leveled up to 10. And see, my light came on by itself, I'm pretty sure, when I came into this inn because it's dark. And if I come over here... No. No, Sybil, do you mind? I'm walking here. See, if I come over here... Well, now it's not going to turn itself on, but... I'm pretty sure it turned itself on. Rawr. Combat XP for combating the urge to punch that geezer, right? He's all tripping just because I'm demon-possessed. Don't judge, old man. Let's see. Oh, the steward. I hate this guy already. Steward of Valvanor. Berthoff Chamber. I mean, just by his name, you know he's going to be a douche. You know you're not going to like this guy. Berthoff Chambriad? Come on. Just used to have to take care of a hunting lodge frequented by nobles in search of game in the marshes. But since the start of the war, this small lodge has received large numbers of refugees and been transformed into a small stronghold. Really not much of a stronghold. Let's not overuse that word. Though not everyone is enamored of him, actually everybody hates him, the steward has nonetheless managed to keep order in this disparate community and ensure that everyone has food and shelter despite all of the problems he encounters, except for the refugees that he's not feeding. Okay. I'll talk to Aeolus a little bit more just to see if he has anything else to say.
I am busy, mercenary. Go do what you're getting paid for.
I will cut you in half. Literally in half. You know what, motherfucker? Hadouken! No? No? Okay. You're lucky. You're lucky. Because I could do some of this shit to you. And then your shit would be fucked up! But apparently I'm not allowed to do that. Okay. I'm hearing the loot sound and it's driving me crazy. Where is that loot? What if I like other entities inside me? What then, geezer? I know, right? Like...
The order
oh shit.
of the freeborn
This guy.
Blades is of great repute, and the mercenary does honor to its name. The mercenary's powers are both astonishing and fascinating.
He's got a crush on
would
me.
like to duel with the mercenary, that he may judge the mercenary's strength.
Oh shit. Well, sure. If I win, will you stop referring to yourself in the third person? Because that shit's gotten old. Like, it got old basically the second time you did it. Alright. Sure. I'll duel you.
I never turned down a good fight. But maybe we should take it outside. We don't want to break everything in here, do we?
The knight is honored, and bows to his adversary's wisdom.
Oh,
wait for me here, Sybil. I won't be long.
Sybil, have a Coke. Gotta school this dude real quick. The demon-possessed mercenary is gonna whoop your ass. Watch.
That his adversary will not hold back her blows.
Is it nighttime?
Oh, you can count on it.
Nighttime, apparently. Alright. Oh god. Oh my god, he's kicking my ass! I forgot how to play! I'm trying to use the wrong buttons. Ha! I'm using Shadow of Mordor controls. Okay, alright. Yeah, get reposted on. Oh shit, he kicked me. Okay, I'm trapped. I wish I could... If I had a second to cast my fire weapon spell, that'd be nice, but I'm afraid that if I start casting it, he's gonna come rough me up. Yeah, see, I didn't get a chance to get it off. There we go. Well, this guy certainly has enough fucking hit points. Jesus. Oh my god, he's kicking my ass. Alright, so the knight actually knows how to fight, apparently. You're dead? It was to the death? He just straight up killed me? He's like, nice to meet you. I'm honored if we would have a duel. By that I mean I'm going to murder you in the fucking street. Okay, alright, fine. You know, these things... Ah! Here he comes! This guy's no joke, actually. So it's basically win this duel or die. That's it. There's no... You don't get a chance to just like, hey, cool, good game, bro. Like, you... Thank God for that repost. Can I knock him down somehow? Also, it's dark as fuck. There we go, got my light on. Ow. Get wrecked. Uh-oh. I've gotten reckless. Come on. Oh, I beat him. I beat him. I beat him.
Knight has never
Yes.
before battled an adversary with such power, and he believes that she could be that which is needed to change the course of this war.
You fight pretty good yourself.
Hey, you notice what I didn't do? I didn't just murder you when I won the duel. Saying.
Where'd you learn your moves? I can't believe you learned to fight like that in this backwater.
The knight has traveled far and fought many battles. He has only lived in this village for a short time.
Yeah, you're kind of a can of whoop-ass, sir. Why do you stay here?
What are you doing in the middle of these swamps when you could be making a difference on the battlefield?
The knight has fought a great many battles, but he feels he can be more useful protecting those who have nothing left.
Alright. Alright, this guy's okay. I kind of like him other than his third-person nonsense. Don't give me a chance to get... He didn't give me... I knew you liked getting edged. Yeah. Damn it! He's edging me. He beats you, you die. You beat him, he lives. I know, right? What is this shit? I have to go.
I have to go. I'm glad we could test each other's mettle. It was fun.
Before his adversary rushes off to fight other battles, the knight has a question for him. He wishes to know if the freeborn blades would like him to join them.
Sure. We got job openings, I think.
I'm not the one who decides who joins the company, but I can ask the captain for you.
He has thought long on it, and wishes it would be so.
Well, that's great. I'll ask him, but I can't promise you.
Oh, that's great. Ow. Oh, I got a weapon. He gave me a weapon. That's nice. Ow. After beating my ass. Okay. Apparently it's a sword. Much whiter sword. Does 3 more damage, same speed, same interrupt, 3% more. So that's just a straight up, and it has 2 slots instead of none. That's a nice upgrade if I was going to use a sword instead of my daggers, but I'm really not. So, recycle. Let's see, 866 I can get out of this thing. Do I even have... Oh, I don't even have the... See, I have to recycle 10 more things before I can even get the recycling feat thing, so... I pretty much have to recycle it for science. Yo, yo, what's up, Tex29? Welcome back. How you doing? Every game you play, I find a way to make an edging reference, says Morwen. Yeah, of course. One-dimensional Morwen, right? Everything's about edging, apparently. Ranvol's a master of edged weapons. Yeah, I bet he is. Alright. Recycle. Give it to me. Alright, nice. Nice. I got a lot of stuff out of that. Look at that. I'm like already like halfway to level 11. Just from that one duel. Alright, now I gotta go back in and collect my little scholar girl. Unless I want to take him with me. Maybe I can take him with me instead of Sybil. Oh no, but I have to take Sybil out because I'm still trying to, quote, show her the local fauna, which I'd like to think is a euphemism. I'll show her the fauna. Find the lair of the werebeast. In quotes. Really, it's probably just like a boar. Talk to the steward about Valvenor's problem, 0 of 2. Suggest to the captain that he recruit Randval. Right. It's a good idea. Randval's kind of a beast. I already read his little thing before, so I'm not going to read it again. Do you have anything to say?
The knight heard talk of a troubling event that happened during the meeting between the mercenary and the steward.
Yeah, the short version is I have a demon living inside of me.
A demon? The knight has never heard of such a creature. Should he be worried?
Well, I did just school you, and by school I mean barely survived.
Don't worry about it. The thing inside of me allows me to control fire. Could be pretty useful against the Deadwalkers, huh?
Deadwalkers.
Evidently. But is there not a risk that this creature will devour the mercenary?
A risk? Not yet. It needs me. And I have it under control.
I don't really have it under control, though. It pretty much takes over and lips off to people whenever it wants, so... That's kind of the opposite of having it under control. Let's see, I can have him come with me.
I haven't had time to go see the captain, but I promise I will as soon as I can. I'm going.
Wait, though. Wait. We're not done here.
The mercenary salutes you, knight.
Now I'm doing it? Now I'm talking in the... No. No. He's corrupting me. He's already infecting me with his dumbass speech patterns.
I have a few questions I need to ask you.
Oh. I have a shit ton of questions, apparently. Alright. Well, where are you from, Randval?
You're not from around here. Where do you come from?
The knight was born in the Algandar Islands. It is a proud and savage place where the struggle against the wind and vicious neighbors makes a man strong. The Ice Lords attacked the islands more than 15 years ago, long before the rest of Vertial knew that the world was now at war. The clans were always fighting, but they fought together as brothers when the islands were threatened. And as a defender of Algandar, the knight had the honor to be one of the first to fight, and with his brothers for a long time he repulsed the invader. Some of the clan chiefs wanted to make peace with the Ice Lords. But the Ice Lords betrayed them, and the clans were decimated. Their numbers were sorely missed during the following battles, and in a few short months the war was almost lost. The knight was sent by the surviving clan chiefs to the mainland to find allies. But time is a cruel master. When he returned to his homeland, the islands were buried beneath the ice.
I just asked where you were from, dude. I didn't ask all that. Who is this guy? Fucking Tolstoy? This chat participant wonders why does the streamer react so strongly to speaking in third person? I don't know, because it's just weird. I'm just overreacting for the sake of comedic value, though. Actually, it doesn't, like, really bother me or anything. So... how'd you finish up in Valvanor?
So, how did you end up in the village of Valvanor?
When he saw that all his kin were slain, the knight was hungry for revenge and sought out battles to bathe his pain in blood. But in every battle, he lost more of his brothers in arms and faced an enemy that only grew stronger. The orders were always hazardous, with betrayals common and errors never-ending. Faced with these eternal difficulties and death, always more death, the knight lost his hope, and so he left the field of battle. He decided instead to take care of the war's victims, to protect them, even though he knew it could only last a short time. It is a final mission without any other hope but to give comfort and relief to a few innocent souls.
Okay, well, it's not too bad, actually. What is the Order of the Ember Knights? That's what he said his order was called first time I talked to him.
You mentioned the Order of the Ember Knights. What is it?
It is the order that a knight belongs to. They are the surviving warriors and honored soldiers of other orders that were lost during this war.
Okay, so it's kind of the Order of the Orphan Knights?
This name does not sound well to his ears.
Right. So you haven't always been an Ember Knight?
No. He was first a defender of the Algander Islands. Then he was a Templar of the Order of Burgians, and then a Brother of the Rock, and then a Summer Tracker.
Oh shit,
So
he was
all
with
those
the
orders have been
Burgians?
That must have been hard.
That's all you had to say.
He has lost many valorous companions in battle, and his heart is heavy with scars.
I bet. What is the creed of the Ember Knights?
The knight has long searched for the answer. Now he knows it. To seek a glorious death and carry as many enemies as possible away with him.
It's a dumb
That's
creed.
kind of depressing. Well, if you follow me, we should be able to get the chance for you to have your beautiful death. Maybe just don't commit suicide the first chance you get.
The knight will wait for this moment.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to, buddy. What did you abandon when you entered into the Order of the Ember Knights?
So what did you abandon when you entered into the Order of the Ember Knights?
The knight has already said he does not wish to speak of this.
Listen, dude. We're gonna speak of it. Let's get this out of the way right now. Could be the last chance.
This could be the last chance you get to talk about it.
It is true that tomorrows are becoming less likely. But the abandonment of the past means the forgetting of it. And it is often painful to dig through memories.
That's what you claim. But I can tell you're dying to talk about it.
Well
Very
played.
well. Know then that
Well
the knight
played.
once had a family.
I suppose they must be dead. I'm sorry for your loss.
It was long ago. 15 years have passed since his wife and his 2 daughters were taken from him.
The Deadwalker army?
Yes. They were among the first victims when the Ice Lords attacked the Algander Islands. They were thought to be safe with the other women, far behind the front lines. But the Deadwalkers broke through our lines and stole away the innocents. The knight searched the enemy lines for days, but when he found them, he had to fight what the sorcerers had created from his wife and his children. A dread creature, multiple and monstrous.
That sounds gross.
This was the most difficult fight of all his life.
Yeah, that sucks when you gotta, like, kill your undead family. Re-kill them. That's a tough break, bro. Tough break. Sorry to hear it. What do you think of the Red Scribes? This is an important question, because I'm not a fan of them, and if you like them, we're not going to get along.
What do you think of the Red Scribes?
Their studies have made them blind. Only knowledge interests them. They show contempt for all else.
Alright, you're talking my language.
Today they have the ear of the last surviving warriors. They do not deserve this honor, and their words are hollow.
Talking my language. Alright. Change the subject. Oh, you switched to a purple color. I like that better, actually, than the pink for you. And now you and Anonymous are not indistinguishable. Anonymous says you're no longer beautiful. He gives a fuck.
Let's change the subject.
I don't think I want him to come with me just yet. So...
I'll leave you.
See you later, bro. You just stand right here and brood in the third person, however that works. No, no. I have to find that. It must be upstairs. Where is it? This thing's gonna drive me crazy. Where is my loot? Oh, I can't read any of these books. Apparently this isn't like Pillars of Eternity. Oh, I see it. That is a strange bed. Look how low it is to the ground. Like like this quilt or whatever that's on top of it drapes all the way to the ground. And yet it's weirdly wide. There's some big chests there. Okay, here we go. Boom. Kicking that shit open. Raw metal, heart, dust, and mana potion. Mine. Owned. Claimed. Taken. Okay. Still can't read any books. Can't take any of these things in the jars. Whose stuff is this? Whose area is this that I'm tromping around in? I hear... Is it in here? Alright, yeah. I'm gonna need this, thanks. What? Oh. I thought nothing was in there. Okay, oh, look at all that stuff. Including a helmet, which I probably don't wear because it probably looks stupid. I have an issue with helmets in these games. That's actually not that bad. It's alright. If Fire Snake Areas likes it, that's all that matters. Well, that's the kind of attitude I like for people to have about everything, really. Say anything to please his viewers. Anonymous is my favorite viewer. Will not. 1%, 4% poison resist. You know, no. No, I'm not wearing this helmet. I don't like it. I'm recycling it for some metal and leather. Thank you. I can't see my cool hairdo. I look like I'm like a cyberpunk character. All I need is like a data jack on the side of my head. Can't see my cool hairdo if I'm wearing that helmet, so... I didn't spend several seconds choosing that from the 6 available hairdos just to cover it up with a helmet. Alright. Go back in here. We're not done in this room. What? What the fuck am I hearing? Where is it? Where is it? Down here? Because... motherfuckers. That treasure thing's gonna drive me crazy. Why did I take that talent? I took that talent so that I wouldn't accidentally miss anything that I could loot while I'm running around in the wilderness and it's hard to see stuff, but now when I'm in town, it's just annoying. Them's fighting words, Fire Snake Aries. Where is it? Oh, maybe it's behind the bar. Yes! Oh, thank God. Alright. Finally. Silence. I took that talent on purpose, too. Like, I literally bought that as a thing. Finder. Nearby chests give off a sound. I mean, it is helpful. Because I'm never going to miss loot anything I can loot when I'm running around in the wilderness. Because I'll always hear it. Which is nice, actually. That pleases me greatly. I'm going to extract that quote from the YouTube video later on. Nice. Who's going to help you edge later? Unless you're his favorite now, you're going to have to take on some additional responsibilities. Wow. Yeah, it's... it's not quite like that.
Miss Vulcan, what brings you
Well,
here?
I'm here to do something about the fucking hair on the side of your head. You either need to shave those tiny little tufts off, or... No, that's it. That's the only option. Look how cleanly shaven the side of my head is, see? That's what your shit needs to look like, sir. Or at least, like, slick that down or something. With, like, your ye old medieval Brill cream or whatever you have. Alright. Let's see. I'd like to know some more about this village.
I've got a few questions I'd like to ask about this village.
I imagine there are few who are better placed than myself to answer them.
How come it's you running this village and not somebody like Fool?
How come it's you that's running the show here?
What a question. Because, my friend, someone has to.
What are you wearing?
You imagine I'm doing this for my amusement, perhaps. Doubtless you wish it was someone else. The chief of the watch has trouble organizing 3 peasants. Our dear apothecary is evidently keen to give succor to any and every poor soul who wanders into the healing house.
Giving succor,
And
huh?
regardless of your reputation, the people of this village would never trust outsiders such as yourself, or even the Red Scribes. So yes, it is indeed I who command here. The one-time steward of the hunting lodge of Valvanor, now leader of this shithole.
At least you admit
Well,
that it's a
hell,
shithole.
I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Alright. So... what is the healing house? Because that lady was not really trying to give me any succor. She pretty much told me to kick rocks.
The healing house. It's a pretty good thing for your village, huh?
If you say so. As time has gone by, the healing house has drawn refugees to the swamps in ever greater numbers, and dissuaded some malingerers from returning to their families. When it opened its doors a year ago, the sense of relief was palpable. It was run by a couple, an elf doctor and his apothecary wife, who clearly were no strangers to the healing arts. Thanks to them, we were spared many plagues. But as the war dragged on, the endless tide of refugees continued to flow through our gates until we could harbor no more. 6 months ago, our worst nightmares were fulfilled. Our elf doctor fell ill and died. Since then, Mirana has soldiered on without rest, alone. I do not know how much longer she can keep going.
Well, she's not very polite.
Refugees just keep on coming. And I fear that poor woman is beginning to crumble under the strain. It's not surprising.
Yeah, so she could use some help is what I'm hearing. Okay. So, yeah, Anonymous, you say that now, but your weak purple color betrays your bluff. You're funny. Witch named Worm's about to be leaving to soon to stream yourself, so you're gonna go play some Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I believe you said? That'll be fun. You got a forge here? I already met the snooty elf at the forge, but I don't know, he was kind of dodgy. He didn't seem like much of a blacksmith to me.
I need a blacksmith. Do you have one here?
With none more qualified, I asked Asiel to take over the village forge. I suppose I should warn you, he's quite a tricky character. He has a huge ego and is stubborn as an ox. Before the war, he was a sort of artist. He crafted jewelry and sculptures from metal. Despite running the forge, one could hardly call him a blacksmith. But he's the only one here who had even the vaguest notion of how to repair a shovel or straighten a blade.
So he's not a real blacksmith, basically. Okay. That's what I thought. I don't think anybody's really under anybody's spell so much. Anything I should know about the villagers? Like, which ones are rich and keep their stuff in easily accessible containers?
What can you tell me about the people of Valvenor?
Before the war, there were just a few families here. Hunters and craftsmen, mostly. These days, they survive as best they can, husbanding their animals and digging up the puny vegetables they've managed to grow. Few dare to venture outside the walls. These woods are fruitful, but more perilous than ever before, and most of these folk know nothing of arms.
But you've got your guards.
They hardly qualify as an armed militia. Of the few that remain, most are sturdy farmers whom we have entrusted with some kind of weapon. Most of the real fighters left the village as soon as war broke out. The others died while out on patrol. The only one left here with any real experience is Mason, the head of the guard. Sadly, the man is a walking beer keg, who could not give a dog's fart for what his men are about.
Oh, a dog's fart. That's not something I would really accept as an object of barter under any circumstances. So I'm glad he wouldn't give one. Mason's that douchey guy we talked to outside who called us a whoreblade twice. He's the head of the guard, huh? Well, maybe the guard needs a new head. Maybe he doesn't need to have a head. I'm just saying. Where do all these refugees come from?
Who are all those refugees that you're keeping outside the walls?
The war with the Ice Lords has driven many from their homes and villages.
Ice Lords.
Alas, it would seem that some of them found their way here. I have tried to accommodate as many as we can, and provide as much comfort as possible, but I fear we can do little more. We are reaching the end of our reserves, and relations between the refugees and the villagers are becoming strained.
The refugees can't all be dead weight. Some of them have got to be useful.
Oh, if only. Believe me, I would be the first to welcome them. These peasants have been fleeing from town to town and from camp to camp for months. The best and strongest of them perished in battles, somewhere along the way. I must deal with the leftovers. I put the biggest of them
The
in
leftovers.
watch, but they are of little use.
Okay.
I've got a few questions I'd like to ask.
No. You got some work for me.
The captain wants me to help your village. You got a job I can do?
With our shortages of food and fighting men, our worn-out equipment and the growing lines at the healing house, I cannot deny our village is sorely in need of help. Sadly, I fear that these are not the sort of problems you are used to dealing with, unless I'm much mistaken.
Maybe I'll surprise you.
Yeah, maybe I'll do some demon-possessed shit that helps with your problems. About the healing house.
So what's the problem with the healing house?
Quite simply, Mirana cannot keep up. She spends every waking minute giving out supplies to the refugees and refuses to admit that she cannot help everyone. She thinks she's fooling me. I have heard rumors that her food stock is running low. Unsurprisingly, the crowds outside are becoming restless. I believe they wish to continue handing out our food reserves as though they were unlimited. This is not the case, and thus, it is not an option.
So, you want someone to put her down?
Put her down?
Why, I never suggested any such thing. I just wish she would see reason, for all our sakes. But I have asked nothing of you. I was merely answering your question.
So you want her to stop feeding these starving refugees, is what you're saying? Like, we want more people starving to death in and around our town, is what you're saying to me. Can't we go out? Can we eat chrysalids? Because there's a shit ton of chrysalids right outside here in the swamp, and they respawn. So there's lots of them. Are those edible? Because I could go chop up several of those, and we could all be having some delicious chrysalid kebabs inside an hour. You know your sentries are losers?
Your sentries? How can I put this? At first I thought they were disobeying orders. Now I think maybe they don't even understand them. If you're stupid and incompetent, you should be digging turnips, not taking care of security.
You're beginning to worry me. Is it really that bad?
Are you kidding me? The state of their weapons is enough to make you cry. Maybe they'd be good for splitting logs.
Personally, I'm not capable of judging the
splitting logs
aptitude of
isn't
our
easy,
sentries, but their poor results speak for themselves. Doubtless, you should share your observations with Mason, the chief of the watch. I should warn you, however, that he is of a somewhat stubborn nature.
Yeah, he's a jackass.
Wouldn't be the first I've seen.
Alright, tell me about this alleged beast, in air quotes.
I need the reports about this beast that attacked the villagers.
I fear I am unable to be of help. I'm still not entirely convinced that it even exists. All I know is that several villagers have vanished. One villager is at present in the doctor's care, following a supposed encounter with the said beast. These swamps are crawling with dangers. There is nothing to suggest anything out of the ordinary. The refugees are always inventing horror stories in an attempt to force us to open our gates and let them inside.
Are they really?
It might be worth checking out. You said you lost one of your patrols, right?
That is so. You should speak with Randval. He was most anxious to go out and hunt the beast down, but we needed him here. Now that we have more able bodies to guard our gates, I imagine he would be keen to pick up the scent once more.
Nice. Okay.
We'll talk again later.
I hope we don't have to talk again much. I don't like you, steward. I'll just leave you here to steward in your own juices. Would be so awesome if the game suddenly transformed into a city builder at this point. Yeah. I gotta upgrade this town. First things first, we gotta get some water lines going. I'm gonna build an aqueduct. You know, get some irrigation. Drain the swamps. Convert some of this shit into arable farmland. So, where's my... I'm still very confused about which tab is which up here. Okay, no! Damn it. Find the lair of the werebeast. Sybil... Okay, so now I gotta talk to Marana and talk to Mason. Alright. What does he know about this beast?
The mercenary salutes you, knight.
God damn it.
I have a few
Oh.
Let's change this.
Apparently I can't ask him about the beast.
I'll leave you.
Fine.
I am busy.
Alright. I'm gonna kill you. I probably don't actually get to kill you, but in my mind, in my imagination, I will. Okay. Look at these dodgy people. Well, this guy's one of our people, I think. He's one of the Freeborn Blades. But this is one of the Red Scribes, and look at him. Does that guy look trustworthy to you? No, he does not. Who are these people? Oh, it's Sybil. You need to get back in my party.
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
I'd like to ask you,
what do you want to know?
I think there's nothing new to ask her about.
I need your help. Come with me?
If you want.
Welcome back to the team. She on defend yourself mode? Okay, good. See, she's a lot more trustworthy than those other Red Scribes because she's not wearing one of those sketchy looking fucking hoods.
Yes?
Although I don't really know what's going on with this thing she's wearing up here. She's got like a normal shirt on, and then she's got this weird fucking garment here that's like, I don't really... What? What is this?
We need to talk about your combat style.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to be defensive.
I know you want to help me, but you're
Alright,
right.
we've already been through this, actually. Okay, what else we got? Who's this guy? Is this the elf prince? Yeah, I think that's the elf prince, the sick elf prince. Elves have beards in this game. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, sick elf prince. Oh, here's Relmar again. This guy. Alright, Relmar.
Vulcan, you must help me. The prince is dying.
Well, I'm happy to see that my talents as a doctor are finally being recognized.
Yeah.
There's no doubt an explosion would cure him of all his ills forever. But I was actually thinking about your connections with the Red Scribes.
I don't have connections with them.
It would save me having the prince's death on my conscience.
I wouldn't exactly call myself a friend of theirs, but yeah, I can always give it a try.
I don't want him to come along with me. He is a companion, though, because the only ones that have that combat style line are the ones that can be in your group. So there's him, the elf archer guy. There's Randval, the fighter dude, and then there's my little scholar healer girl, Sybil. Those are the only 3 so far that I found that will join you. But I think there's more in the game. I'm not sure how many. Yeah, World of Warcraft, like, those are, like, shoulder pads that don't actually protect your shoulders at all. Like, hold up.
I'll leave you here.
Look at this shit. Like, you could literally just hack straight down onto her shoulder or anywhere, like, along the side of her neck and just cleave right through there. Like, that's not protected at all. This blobby thing, plus it looks like it's just made of cloth. This thing sticking up on the side here literally has no protective value whatsoever, and looks silly. So I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be, but she should not be wearing it, is all I'm saying. It looks stupid. Other than that, you know, the rest of her outfit's fine, but at least she's not wearing one of these sketchy hoods. Look at these guys. See? Look at these guys. Their shoulder things actually cover their shoulders. And look like they're, like, kind of made out of leather. Those actually look like they have real protective value. Unlike that thing she's wearing. See, I can put nice shoulder pads on my character by upgrading my chest armor. Has 3 slots. One for shoulders, one for... See, so I can put these like leg plates that attach to the bottom. And this is like for just like a special thing on my belt. But see, I can put 3 different kinds on this. But I'm not going to, because I think I'm going to probably change this chest armor pretty soon, I imagine. So then I'll wait until I get a better one. Because this is just what you start the game with, so it's not that good. But see, like, those are some good, proper shoulder pads right there. Alright, Relmar, let's get back into this.
Relmar, you got a minute?
Yes?
He's just standing around. Of course he has a minute. And he's an elf. He has all the time in the world. How's the prince doing?
So, is the prince doing any better?
He is still in a coma. He doesn't seem much better, no.
I'm going to speak with the Red Scribe's doctor. He might know of a cure.
Thank you.
Change the subject.
Change the subject.
Alright, Witch Name Warren, take it easy, have fun. Have fun with your calling of duty-ing. That didn't make sense. Have fun anyway. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming. Anonymous said bye, not favorite viewer. Anonymous has got jokes. Okay, I have a few questions I need to ask you.
I have a few questions I need to ask you.
Can you tell me more about the elves? It's really important that I know this right now.
Elves are pretty rare. I haven't had the chance to talk to many. Can you tell me more about your people?
We are born in the trees, eat only seeds, and we spend all the livelong day singing.
I get the feeling you're fucking with me.
Perish the thought. Well, it's just that we aren't that different from you humans, despite what one hears. Our civilization is obviously a bit older, so we have had the time to learn from our mistakes. We don't really live in the same rhythm as you do. We move a little slower, and most of us are prone to having at least some respect for the past. This is the reason why we never destroy anything, that we prefer to build on top of things.
Well, that's some of the least pompous sounding elves out of any game I can think of. I've heard that you're immortal.
I've heard that you're immortal?
That joke has lived for 15 generations. I will never get tired of it. No, we're not immortal. We live long lives, though. Much longer than you. We are resistant to poisons, rotten food, and toxic body odor, apparently. Unfortunately, these things do not make us immortal.
I see. So, don't you ever go to war?
Don't elves ever make war?
That's an impression we like to give other people. The fact is, we do go to war, just never against each other. You must understand that, given our long lifetimes, battles are fairly futile. This may well be what has motivated the choices of our king concerning the Ice Lords. But we certainly know how to fight, and you'll see proof of that soon enough.
Will I? So it's the prince who gives the orders? When he's not in a coma, I mean?
So it's the prince who gives the orders?
The word orders may not be the best one. We do not submit nor obey easily. Our kings are a reference, wise men who can point out the way. They tend to guide us rather than give us orders.
What a ridiculous government is
To answer
that?
your question, it is his father, the king, who is the leader of our people.
Okay. Who is the prince?
Who is the elf in the healing house? Is he really your prince?
He is Prince Arundel, the son of our king and heir to the elven crown. Therefore, yes, he is our king.
How the hell did he end up here?
Right?
Prince Arundel led a detachment of the elven army sent to harass the Deadwalkers. And when he reached Bastion, he fell into an ambush. I got wind of this trap, but by the time I arrived, it was too late. When I caught up to the prince, he was already wounded, and most of his soldiers were dead. Those who survived covered our retreat.
To here?
Yes. The route to Carolthas was too dangerous. I knew about this village and felt that it would be secure for at least a little while.
So secure.
As soon as he gets better, we shall leave for Carolthas. The remainder of the human and elven armies are gathering there. That is where the final stage of the war will be played out.
Final stage of the war, huh? The final stage of the war? That's actually pretty optimistic. Or pessimistic, if by that you mean they're going to come crush us and we'll all be doomed at that point. Maybe it's not optimistic at all. Where are you from?
You seem different from the other elves I've met. Where are you from?
Really? I seem different. And yet I have such pointy ears. And if you really want to know, I actually come from one of the most ancient and noble houses that exists. I'm even linked to the royal family. But I can assure you that I am sufficiently far down the line of succession to be in no danger of being crowned. And my reputation is no help either.
Hey, as far as bad reputations go, every mercenary's got one, so we're used to it.
Let's just say that I got into enough trouble to eventually be considered a traitor to my people. When I got involved in the war, I disagreed with decisions made by the king. He thought that this war, like so many others, would not last. That the conquests won by the Ice Lords would melt away like all the human victories before them had. But I thought
would melt away? Nice.
Right from the start of hostilities, I began to requisition certain resources I felt necessary for those doing the fighting. More food, more weapons, better armor. When my people discovered what I'd done, I was declared an outlaw, and many saw me as a thief, which, in a manner of speaking, I guess I was.
Because you stole stuff? Yeah, in a manner of speaking. This is the guy that like attacked his own people because of something we read about him in the little thingy. So he is kind of a traitor. Let's keep it real here. But still, I think he was right.
What a bunch of cowards. If they had listened to you, we wouldn't be in this mess.
I've been telling myself that for years. But I do understand their point of view. It is flawed. but not entirely thoughtless. They have had some time to prepare their forces and to learn the strengths and weaknesses of the Deadwalker army.
Deadwalker.
This knowledge might allow us to turn the tide of the war, even if it does seem too little too late at this point.
Don't worry, I got this war. I got a fire demon in me. I'm gonna go fuck some Ice Lords up. Ice Lords. Don't even trip. Do you know these swamps?
Do you know these swamps?
I've been in this area long enough to have explored a fair amount of it, actually. The region is rather inhospitable, which I suppose is a good thing under the present circumstances.
A good thing? You're out of your mind.
These swamps are a labyrinth. The Deadwalker scouts will never be autonomous enough to find their way to the village by themselves.
That means we should be fairly safe for the moment. At least until a general or an Ice Lord comes to town.
Ice Lord.
Except that recently, there has been a change in these swamplands. And I must admit that I no longer feel safe at all.
What do you mean?
That's not good.
Something is affecting the swamplands, corrupting the vegetation and the animals. And I have no idea what it is. But anything that grows or lives here could become a threat. So I strongly recommend that you watch where you put your feet.
Let's change the subject.
Okay.
I'll leave you here.
So. Cure for the prince. Talk to Silban. I don't know who Silban is. Oh. Silban. Alright. What the fuck? He's right here? You couldn't talk to him? Like, he could literally hear our whole conversation that we just had. Can't I just be like, look at him and be like, yo, you heard all that shit we just talked about? So, like, you could just be like, you could just turn your head to the left and be like, hey, Silban, I notice you're standing fucking about 6 or 7 feet away from me. Could you maybe... No, alright. You'll send me as your emissary to cross the great distance and speak to him on your behalf. Oh, Silban. Yeah, I'm up in your face, Silban. What's up?
Do you have any idea how to wake the elf prince up?
Unfortunately, I don't. I think I've tried just about every remedy I know, but nothing works.
Did you try turning him off and turning him back on again? Maybe he'll wake up on his own.
He looks pretty solid. Sleep will bring his strength back and he may end up waking on his own.
Let's hope so. But to be honest, I'm worried about his condition.
I'm not going to sit here and do nothing while we wait to see if he's going to wake up or not. There has to be something we can do.
Oh, now you're involved in the conversation, Relmar.
I haven't tried yet because it's very complex, and I'm missing a key ingredient.
Here we go. What do you need?
What do you need?
A very virulent poison secreted by the chrysalid queen.
Wonderful.
Be careful you don't mix them up with the ones you usually see. I wanted to go looking for them myself, but the villagers stopped me. They say they're really dangerous. It seems they can be found along the road we took to get here, and apparently they only come out at night.
I'll get you some.
This sounds wonderful. How did I sign up for this shit? Oh, he sells stuff.
Can I have a look at your stock?
He sells health and mana potions. But I think I can make my own for probably, you know, cheaper than buying them from him. So let's see, a health potion he sells for 40. And I can make one with 12 tainted blood. Tainted blood, for example, are only worth 1 apiece if I sell them. I'm sure they cost more to buy them, but look how many I have, though. I have 40 already. Mana potions, 10 tainted blood, and 1 heart dust. And what's the story with heart dust? I have lots of heart dust. Pretty valuable, though. Okay, no, I don't want any potions, sir. Changing the time. You can change the time of day by going to the sleeping points indicated on your map by the symbol hourglass. Okay, so I can rest and make it nighttime or whatever so that I can go kill shit that only comes out at night. Let's see. Sylvan is the Red Scribe's healer. Everybody else has this like huge ass paragraph about them. Sylvan, Red Scribe's healer. He's nothing special. Don't worry about him. Pay no attention to the Sylvan behind the curtain. Alright. Gotta kill some chrysalid queens. Just the chrysalid not queens were kicking my ass enough.
Greetings, mercenary. What can I do for you?
The chrysalid plebs were already tough enough. So how you getting on with that cure that I haven't got any of the ingredients for?
So, how's it going with the cure to wake up the prince?
Unfortunately, no. Without the poison I told you about, I can't make it.
Damn.
I'm still looking for a chrysalid queen. I'll find some poison eventually.
Yeah.
Like I said, the villagers say that their territory is around the road we came here by, but they only come out at night.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, I haven't found any here in this room. Although there's some webs. Of course, chrysalids aren't spiders. They don't actually spin webs. They just look a lot like spiders. There's some questions I'd like to ask you.
I have some questions I'd like to ask you.
Do you have any idea about what's happening to me? You know, my special visitor.
Do you have any idea about what's happening to me?
I'm afraid I may not be able to help you. Your condition is more due to magic than medicine. Your symptoms remind me of certain mental illnesses, where the subject has the impression he hears voices in his head.
And do these nutcases throw fire and have eyes burning from within too?
Whoa, nutcases.
You'd be surprised at what they can do. But obviously you're not like them. That being the case, if you study them, you might find some answers. In particular, I'm thinking of the fact that most of these poor madmen end up giving free rein to the darkest side of their personalities. Make sure that doesn't happen to you.
What am I looking at right now? I'm looking at like the back of Sybil's eye sockets through the back of her head. That's weird. Okay, talk to crazy people. Got it.
I gotta go.
Alright. Go down. Oh, I can sleep here. Cool. Ah, that's why there's a Lyestis. Anybody else here of any importance? I guess not.
Mercenary.
I have a name. Oh, I have a nickname that everyone calls me. I'm the Roman god of crafting and fire. Try to punch him in the balls? Yeah, I don't think it'll let me. Well, female royals are usually pretty weak, spending most of their time dancing and singing with animals or whatever. I'm sure you'll break that queen in half effortlessly. But what if it's like a more modern Disney princess? They can kick ass. I need your help.
I need your help.
Have you heard about the beast?
According to the villagers, there's a beast haunting the swamp, and it's attacked them several times.
I have heard about it, yes. And although I don't have any concrete information about the creature, there are some things that corroborate what they say. Even though we aren't very good at magic, we still feel it. And since we came to the swamp, we have all felt a powerful source nearby. The problem is that the source seems distorted, corrupted. Kind of like the one the Ice Lords use.
Ice Lord.
Only not the same.
I hope for your sake that you're right about that. Otherwise, we're really up shit creek.
We are very certain of it. But this magic could very well have transformed one or more creatures in the swamp, making them more aggressive, bigger. Who knows? Something to frighten the villagers, in any case.
So, you're telling me the thing is magic and corrupted? That's great. Just what I needed.
I'm magic and corrupted. We'll get along swimmingly. Change the subject. Can I do something for you? You got a quest, bro?
Can I do something for you?
No, thank you. I don't need anything for the moment.
What? Everybody needs something. What do you mean you don't need anything? Isn't there somebody like 5 feet away that you need me to talk to for you? Maybe there's some bullshit I need to go collect for you out in the swamp. Alright, I got some questions then. Alright, tell me about your dodgy-ass red scribes.
Tell me more about your order.
Before the war, our main objective in Creed was to collect and save all kinds of knowledge.
So you're basically
We had a
Wikipedia.
presence everywhere on the continent, and had chapters in every major city.
You're basically
We studied
Starbucks.
and preserved all possible sources of knowledge there. We also dispensed information and care. Because even though we're not the greatest magicians, our knowledge let us come to the aid of the wounded and the sick. I could of course relate our history in detail for hours and hours, but I doubt that is really what interests you.
That's true. God, I'm glad you didn't. What can you tell me about the Ice Lords? Ice Lords.
With all the knowledge accumulated by your scribes, you must have learned a few things about the Ice Lords, right?
Ice Lords.
We do indeed know some of their secrets, and a good part of their history.
Alright, now I'm interested.
Anything
Go.
we could use to fight them?
We thought we'd found a chink in their powers that our ritual was supposed to let us exploit. But you saw the result.
Yeah, you possessed me with
That's
a demon.
one way of putting it.
That said, I'm beginning to wonder if we haven't involuntarily brought about the conditions for their end.
I don't get you.
What you have within you could well turn out to be their doom. Even if I don't have the faintest idea of how or why. And unfortunately, as long as we don't know more about it, we also have to fear that it might lead to our doom, too.
Probably. Hopefully it'll lead to that old guy's doom upstairs. I don't like his shit. Alright. We're done here, Moby. Thanks for your help.
I'll be going now.
Judging by their attire, they are the assassins. I know, right? Like, they're supposedly just some normal, peaceful, like, knowledge-loving scholars that are shitty at magic and don't really have any other fighting skills. And yet, the ritual they were doing summoned a powerful-ass demon that came and possessed me. So, right. Sybil?
Sybil, can I talk to you?
Yes?
Anything
I'd
new?
like to ask
What do you want to know?
Nope. Let's go. Let's bounce, as they say. Anything new on my quest? So find the werebeast. Yeah. Show Sybil the local fauna. What I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I gotta go out and talk to Miranda and Mason. And the captain. So, at least I'm done in here. At least it's night. It's daytime now. I think my light's off now. As it should be. And this place is a kind of a shithole. Combine ingredients directly from the bag menu in order to obtain superior quality ingredients. Yeah, I know. Thanks. I know. Let's see.
So,
Asael.
you have returned. What is your desire?
Well, I desire for you to fucking shave, and for you to stop being lippy, and for you to learn to craft some good shit. Go. Now, what I want to know is, have you heard anything about a beast?
The steward said there was a beast attacking the villagers.
This is what one hears, yes. Something is wandering through the swamps, devouring the reckless. The saddest part is that it's often the guards who end up lost, along with their equipment. Meanwhile, we are overrun with refugees who serve no useful purpose at all.
So you're saying we should feed the refugees to the beast? Maybe if we trade it some refugee meat, it'll give us back the dead guard's equipment? Is that what you want to happen? Fucking asshole.
I'll be back.
That's an excellent idea.
I'll be back. She said Arnoldly. Jervis? Okay, nothing. Fine, Jervis. I didn't want to talk to you anyways. Let's see here. Hi, random townsfolk. Nope. There we go. Marana, I need to talk to you now. I officially have a quest now, so you can't blow me off.
Haven't you anything better to do than bother me?
Hang on a sec. The steward himself sent me here to give you a hand.
Wonderful. I've been after him for months to get me some help, and he sends me an armed ape. You practice medicine, I presume? Your tools seem rather barbaric.
An ape? I do pretty well with my tools.
The tools are fine. That's not to say I don't get a little barbaric sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Believe me.
Wait, are we flirting now?
I've already used them to do a little surgery on a few evil tongues, and nobody ever complained once.
Am I flirting or threatening you? I don't even know.
If you're as gifted as that, I guess I have nothing to lose. In fact, there is something that you could doubtless do for me. I'm worried about my assistant Haman. I haven't seen him for a while now, and I fear he might have gone into the swamps to look for the plants I need. We're forced to venture further.
Because you told him to go out into the swamp to look for the
With all
plants?
that's been going on lately, I forbade him from going back out alone, but the boy is nothing if not stubborn.
She forbade him.
Ah, stubborn? Yeah, I hate people like that.
Fucking stubborn people.
Please find him. He's a good boy. He's done nothing but help others since he arrived. Without him, the House of Healing would be a house of death.
If I'm gonna go slogging through the swamps anyway, might as well take a look around and try to bring back the plants you need too, right? Got any drawings or descriptions?
Yes, that's a good idea. I would be grateful to you. But above all, try to bring back my assistant Haman in one piece. He is your priority.
Yeah, yeah.
For the
He's
rest,
already dead.
Basically, I need food, medicinal herbs, and of course, I wouldn't say no to a few pre-prepared potions. All of our stock seems to disappear so quickly. I'll give you the parchment that I made for Haman to help you recognize the specimens I need. He knows them by heart now, after so many trips.
Right. Plants, potions, chow, and one assistant. If I come across some elven tea, would you like a cup of that too?
That would be lovely.
Oh, Marana, you got jokes. I have gold to spend.
I'd like to see what you have to sell.
Let me guess, she sells potions. Oh, she sells components. And that's it. Painted steel costs 2,000? Holy shit! It's magically reinforced steel used to craft legendary weapons. And why does she have that? Magically reinforced bones. Oh, that's so you could have, if you had magically reinforced bones, you could be like Wolverine. Lava dust with rare magical properties used to enchant materials. Weird. The blood of creatures tainted by magic. Very sought after for its use in the transformation of materials. I don't want any of that crap. Oh, did she just give me an item? Did she just literally give me a weapon just for showing up? Collect food for the refugees. Collect food for the dispensary. Take 5 healing potions to Marana. What? I need my healing potions. Find Marana's assistant who disappeared in the swamp. He's dead. He's so dead. Take Haman to Marana. Okay. Let's see. Now I have all kinds of stuff here. Food. Find the assistant. Food for the dispensary. 5 healing potions. Take Haman. Okay. How many healing potions do I have? I have 11. Yeah, she literally gave me this hammer. Just like, hey, I have a quest for you, and want a hammer? I'm like, alright, yeah. I'm gonna recycle it. Come on, refined metal. Go, go, go. Yeah, I got 3 of them. Nice. And some of the other stuff, too. Alright. How many things have I recycled now? I recycled 9. If I recycle 1 more, I can get craftsman. Should really be craftswoman in my case, but that sounds stupid, so... Craftsperson? No, that also sounds stupid.
Vulcan, unless I miss my guess. What brings you here?
You heard anything about a beast that lives in the marshes?
Have you heard any rumors about a beast wandering around in the marshes?
They are not rumors. There is something in these marshes, and I have a patient in a coma that confirms it.
Something? What does that mean? Where can I find it?
I don't know exactly what it is. The wounds don't resemble anything seen around here before. What you seek is large, powerful, and obviously has enormous claws at its disposal.
Enormous claws?
The wounded man was found west of the swamps, crawling towards the village. If you really wish to fall upon that beast, that would be a good place to start. But bear in mind the possibility that it may be the beast which falls upon you.
I don't want anything falling upon me. I'd like some information about Valvanor.
I'd like some information about the village and its inhabitants.
Refugees seems like a better currency than dog farts, at least. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I mean that bar is not set very high. I mean, okay. What did you do before the war?
What did you do before the war?
Before the war? Please don't tell me you're naive enough to believe that this war only started 10 years ago.
That's what everybody says.
I come from Shorelin, a faraway land in the north that the Ice Lords probably wiped off the map some time ago. Because no one is left to write the history books, other than a fanatical cult more interested in arcane magic than in human science or medicine.
That's just not fair. The Red Scarves are interested in every kind of knowledge. Each has his own speciality, of course. But the war has simply imposed certain priorities.
Sybil gets offended when people talk shit about the Red Scribes.
We are not a cult.
You kind of seem like a cult to me. You summon demons. Alright, yeah? Tell us more.
If you say so, young lady. The fact remains that the war is far more ancient than that. For as long as I can remember, I have always known war. I was only just learning to walk when Marshal Winters invaded my homeland.
I've heard of this Ice Lord.
Ice Lord.
Winters the Bloodthirsty.
I wandered along the main roads for years, always heading further south, staying just ahead of the advancing Deadwalkers.
Deadwalker.
First with my sister and a family of neighbors. Then just with my sister. Then all alone. Until the day I met the man who would become my husband.
So basically it was like The Walking Dead.
A remarkable elf, who taught me how to heal, and how to love, and help those near me. But after years of fleeing, and ending up here in this isolated village so in need of healers, we decided to put down roots. Roan died 8 months ago, leaving me alone and in charge of the House of Healing that we had built together.
Well, you're doing a bang-up job. Why help the refugees?
Who are these refugees you're helping?
They are the outcasts of the war. Those who didn't have the privilege of dying in combat, or who lack knowledge of the arts of the forge. No one wants them. If I don't help them, nobody will.
Yeah, okay.
You're doing the right thing. Taking care of them is good for everybody's morale. The ones who do the fighting want to know they aren't doing it for nothing, and that their people won't be abandoned while they're gone.
That is far from the only reason, but I'm very happy to hear you say it.
Alright, what do you think of the steward? This is an important question.
So, what do you think of the steward?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Too late if you ask me.
If I were you, I'd be wary of him. He is not as honorable as he would have you believe. Know that before the war, he was just a lackey, bowing and scraping before all the people of power that passed by. Due to a superior's mistake, he thinks he's in charge now. He's a latecomer, nothing but an opportunist, ready to do anything to keep his little piece of power. I've had the misfortune of experiencing his sense of priorities. When he no longer has a use for you, he lets you know you're not welcome.
Yeah, fuck that steward. Welcome to Team Not Liking the Steward. And Team Not Liking the Red Scribes. He's a pompous, pretentious little boss man.
I can't say I disagree with you there. This asshole treats everybody like his personal slaves.
For the moment, he treats you well because you serve his needs. This might not always be true, and then your lives will be threatened.
I can handle him.
He'd go that far?
I didn't found the House of Healing alone. It was with my husband, Ron. He was not a great warrior, nor a renowned strategist. His only gift was for healing. He was my teacher before becoming my husband.
That's kind of unethical.
The steward welcomed us with open arms. We took care of his men, his villagers. Then the refugees started arriving in greater numbers. Too many for Chambriad, who ended up closing the gates and pretending that these people simply didn't exist. Ron was furious. He tried to make him understand that he would heal everyone, no matter what. And if the self-proclaimed leader of the village wasn't capable of taking care of anyone other than himself, that he would do it. A few days later, I came back from the swamps to discover Ron in agony in the healing house. He had been poisoned.
Poisoned? Dun
you
dun
think this
dun.
was the work of the steward?
Who else would have reason to kill him? Everyone loved him and counted on him. Chambriad thought that without him, the healing house would close, and that the number of refugees would diminish naturally. Unfortunately for him, I will continue my husband's good work, even unto my dying breath. He gave me an even greater reason to keep going.
This healing house is a waste of time and resources. These people are but dead weight.
Shut up, demon. Nobody asked you.
I'll take my leave. See you later.
So cute, bonding with shared hate of a person. Well, yeah, shared hate is like one of the number one things that people really connect over in this world. Like,
what can I do for you, Vulcan?
Let's see. Let's talk about the problems at your healing house.
I'd like some information about
No.
Let's talk about your healing house.
Any news from your assistant? That's a stupid question, but alright.
I'm still looking for your assistant.
Here? I seriously doubt that he's still here in the village. Please, I know that it's dangerous, but you'll have much better luck looking for him in the swamplands. Come back and see me when you've any news.
Alright. How about your food and your stock of cures?
I found you a few health potions.
Oh shit, I'm giving her my health potions, apparently. Alright, fine, you can have them.
Here. I hope these will help cover your needs for a little while.
They will prove very useful, I promise you. And thank you.
Where could I find some food for you?
Sadly, there isn't.
Considering I got most of those health potions from running around stealing them from places in town.
Perhaps he will be more generous with a mercenary than with a simple apothecary.
Alright. Change the subject.
I'll take my leave. See you later.
Well, I took her some potions. Wait. Where am I? It would be fun if she's poisoned and dead when you're back. Yeah.
Oh there, Powder Woman. You still didn't manage to blow yourself up?
I'd be a pretty shitty powder master if I did that. Anything new here?
I have a few questions.
Apparently not.
See you later.
Bye, Buffalo. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Wait, what? Zoom, zoom, zoom. I can rest here. I haven't been over here yet. Oh, rations. Collects food for the dispensary. 1 out of whatever. Cool. And that goes to the southern delta of the swamp. What's up, guard? What's up, other guard? What's up, Henriette? Oh, that's right. I remember talking to this guy because I was making jokes about Hen Riot. Don't ellipsis me, motherfucker. Alright, fine, do, I guess. Let's see. Alright, here's the captain, though. I can talk to him about Randval.
Gods, these people are amateurs. This village is about as secure as your granny's underwear. Not a single watchman at his post. It's worse than I'd imagined.
I'll deal with this, Captain.
Good. I'm counting on you. Remember, if you screw this up, we'll all be joining the ranks of the Dead Walker army as soon as their scouts find this place.
Yeah, well, we're probably all gonna get killed by the Deadwalkers anyway. Deadwalkers. So, Captain, I wanted to ask.
Captain, I wanted to ask.
Can we trust the scribes? I say as Sybil is standing right behind me.
Do you really think we should be trusting these red scribes?
Vulcan, I'm not going to try and make this pretty. These are tough times. Thanks to this cursed war, our list of potential clients is shrinking faster than my dick when I jump into an ice bath.
Ice bath.
I get it, that after what happened in the temple, you'd like to send them all packing. This whole demon business is complicated. But we are mercenaries after all is said and done. We're not a charity. We're only as good as our clients. And you know, even if they did screw things up back there, they were right to try and find some way to beat the Ice Lords.
Ice Lords.
What's the alternative? Lie down and wait to freeze?
Thanks to them, we nearly all bought it back at the temple. I'm not even convinced it was an accident.
You have a point. And since we don't want to finish up as a pile of bodies under a snowdrift, we're going to keep a sharp eye on them from now on.
Basically, the people in these fucking towns that are all poor and shit just need to learn how to go look through some barrels and crates and stuff around town. They can find everything they need. Just do some dumpster diving, yo. Alright, so...
Do you really think we should...
Vulcan, I get it.
He talks about his
but
dick.
We are mercenaries. And you know, even if they...
Thanks to them, we nearly...
You have a point.
Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on him. Got it. Sybil didn't even interject with that time. She's just like, whatever. How are the Freeborn Blades holding up?
Do you think the company... Do you think we're gonna make it?
Of course. The Blades have always come through. They've existed for more than 2 centuries. And they won't give up now. Not during my watch. But to tell you the truth, we're not looking too fresh. Not with the losses we took back at the temple.
Hey, I happen to know
And as for
somebody.
new recruits, it's been what? A year or more since we found anyone worthwhile.
I happen to know somebody.
Most of us were recruited when the war began. And there aren't many of them left. The only available recruits now are either cowards, deserters, or kids.
If we're gonna hold this village, we're going to have to do it using the locals. Even though most of them looked like they couldn't organize a party in a brewery. As soon as we've recovered a bit, we'll break camp and head for Carroll Pass. I already sent some of the Blades ahead to see if they could find any new recruits. With a bit of luck, they'll come up with something better than one-armed, no-legged trolley rollers.
Why do they call you Vulcan? Basically, in this mercenary company that your character's a part of, everybody has like a nickname or a name that they're given when they join, so they don't use their real name anymore. That's why they all have names like Hawk and Buffalo, and Captain is just called Captain. So they call her Vulcan because she's the powder master. She's the one that handles the explosives for the group, and Vulcan, you know, relates to that because of the Roman god. So basically that's the name that the game has for your character, whatever, regardless of whatever name you pick for yourself. So that way they can, like, call you something in the voice acting without... Why did we fall back to this swamp?
How did we end up in this swamp?
The Red Scribes knew of this place and said that we'd be safe here for a while. And apart from a few repulsive beasties creeping around outside the walls...
There's more than a few.
It's actually quite peaceful. I don't think I'd buy a house here, though. Would you? So we'll heal
I
our
wouldn't take a
wounded,
free house here.
try and learn what's happening to you, and then get the hell out of here.
Let's do that. Let's get the hell out of here. This place sucks. You wanted us to help the villagers.
You wanted the Freeborn Blades to help the villagers. Is that still happening?
As long as we have to stay here, yes. Why?
Yeah, it's basically like a call sign or something, like... I'm looking for the beast that's terrorizing the villagers. Have you seen a beast around here, sir?
The villagers told me about a beast. I need to find its lair.
Hawk talked to me about that a while ago. He said he'd found some suspicious-looking tracks that led back to the northern swamps.
I'll go and follow the tracks. Where's Hawk?
No idea. I sent him off to scout that part of the swamp, but he hasn't reported back yet.
Okay. I might have found us a new recruit.
Captain, I just fought a duel with Ranval, the guardian of the village. Before you start yelling about wasted energy, I want you to know that it was his idea. He's one hell of a fighter. He hits you like he was chopping down a tree. And he could take a blow and shake it off. He wants to join the Blades.
I have the feeling that every new recruit I take on these days is headed straight for the cemetery. But considering the losses we've suffered, I suppose I can't refuse. Bring him here to me. I'll check him out.
Okay, cool. He's kind of a can of whoop ass. Come on it, sir.
I'm leaving.
Introduce Ranval to the captain. Oh, I gotta talk to Mason still, too. Alright. Resume, zoom, zoom, running. I don't like the light. See, it does automatically come on sometimes. This light that's coming out of my demon power, I can just light myself up, you know, like I don't need a torch or anything. And apparently it just does its own thing. Apparently the demon seems to think we need light at certain times, so it's just like, I'm lighting us up. Okay. Village Hall. Village Inn. Restaurant. Okay. Hey, while we're here, do you have any food?
What brings you here?
It's not Miss Vulcan, it's just Vulcan, motherfucker. Wait.
Let's talk about work. I need the report.
I fear I am an... All I know, these swamps, the refuge...
It might be...
Yeah.
That is so. Now that...
Why did I click on that?
I've got a few questions.
Oh, hey! This is new and interesting. Marana believes you're behind her husband's death. Let's do this.
I talked with Marana. She thinks you poisoned her husband.
That is totally absurd. The woman is losing her mind. Her husband died of a sickness, just as many others have died before him.
He did it. He did it.
The swamp is a hostile place, and not merely because of its fauna. The very air, the food, the insects, all are deadly here. The woman is...
He's way over-explaining. He did
Very
it.
well. Her loss was great. She believes I'm not doing enough for the refugees. Very well. That is her opinion.
He so did
But
it.
she goes too far. If she does not cease her vile allegations, I will have her cast out.
Hear you. He did it. If he didn't do it, he just would have been like, no, I didn't do that. When you gotta go through that much fucking explanation about how you couldn't possibly have done it, that means you did it. That's how that works, bud. We've seen poisoners before. Also, what the shit with your hair? Okay, calm down. You just need to talk to her.
Sounds like a misunderstanding to me. And it's not gonna go away until you sit down together and talk it through.
Talk! Thy tongue is never at rest. Aye, and to what end?
Fucking demon.
You speak as though we hadn't tried to do that many times these past months. Good gods, talk some sense. Or keep your advice to yourself.
You should try again. Vulcan is right. She feels abandoned and betrayed, and you're continuing to stonewall her is only making things worse.
Yeah, listen to Sybil.
You are doubtless correct in your assertion. I suppose I should take the time to go and talk this out with her. As calmly as possible.
I wonder what happens if you do that conversation and you don't have Sybil with you. Is he just like, no, fuck off, and that's it? Alright, we're done here.
Again later.
Apparently I can't ask him about getting some free food for the people. He's probably not ready to give me that. Ranval, bro.
The mercenary salutes you.
No, we're not doing that right now.
I'll leave you.
Hold on. I'm going to talk to Ranval about joining the crew and take him to the captain here in a second. But that's going to have to be in the next episode. Oh, shit. Basically just pulled my cord from my headphones out of the back of my computer with my foot. Like a weirdo. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, to be the next episode. I'm going to do it for this one. So... thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Bound by Flame.